Say it on your end. Oh, now it is. We are live. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to House in the Car Super Series Tuesday. I'm so excited to bring Super Series Tuesday back. I am Stephanie Milburn, the House in the Car chair, and I am joined by my co-host, Miss Erica Ross. She is your campaign manager, and we are so excited to bring you Super Series Tuesday. This series is entitled All Roads Lead Home. So let me tell you what's really exciting about this is I've been having a lot of people coming up to me. They're not sure what the home buying process is. So in my brokerage, at Task Realty Group, we have a series called 12 Steps of Home Ownership. So this is just piggybacking off of what I'm already doing and what people want to know. So here we are today to bring you episode 1, and it is navigating your route. So of course, everything is going to be dealing with this road to home ownership. So we're talking about navigating your route today, and we're really excited to begin this series because it's going to let everyone know the steps from beginning to end of how to become a homeowner. So before you develop this roadmap, you must first understand and recognize the need for home ownership. So sometimes people are sitting around and they're thinking about what's the benefits of home ownership, but that's something that you want to write down personally. Like write down the things that's most important to you. What would be most important as far as your family's needs or personal needs. If it brings more stability into the home for your children, just building generational wealth, something that you can pass down to your family, or even just the freedom to decorate so you don't have to worry about, oh, my apartment complex, they don't want me to paint or they don't want me to put holes in the walls and things like that. So you can do whatever you want in your own home. So once you become a homeowner, if you want to slap some yellow paint on the walls, you're free to do that. You don't have to paint the walls any other color when you get ready to move out, unless you want to, because guess what? Not everybody wants yellow when you get ready to sell your home. So you might want to paint that white. Just put some money in your pocket.
That is right.
What do you think, Erica?
Yeah, yeah. And then I think the other two important part to think about too when you are starting your home buying journey is you want to align yourself with the right team. Your team is going to make or break your success. And at the end of the day, the goal is to have um, a memorable time throughout the process. So interviewing your realtor is really important. So we always stress that, like we know that most people when they first meet their first realtor, that's usually the person that they go with. But I'm going to encourage you to interview them. Interview just to make sure that they understand the areas that you're looking to purchase. They understand the market trends. They're able to align you with a reliable lender because your lender too is going to make or break your process. And just understanding all of the home buying strategies necessary for you to be a successful homeowner. I think that's really key. And I think the biggest takeaway is knowledge when it comes to your realtor. You want to make sure that they are knowledgeable about the home buying process and about best practices. As far as I'm concerned, yeah. Stephanie, I don't know if you want anything to add to that, but that's a huge one.
No, that is a huge one. I agree. I mean, the team is really and truly the most important because, just from hiring your realtor and interviewing that person, you want to make sure that they are knowledgeable, not only in just the home buying process, but just in being able to lead and guide you and advise you on things that you should do, because it's not just about, oh, hey, this is a transaction, I'm going to buy this house. No,
Yeah.
this is a huge life event. So you want to make sure that you're connected with your realtor. You want to make sure that you're connected with your lender and other industry professionals that your realtor can suggest or connect you with, that are going to make the process even smoother for you, because it can be stressful, but we're here to make sure that we are taking the stress off of you. We will take the stress and help you through the process so that you can be happy and celebrate when we bring you back on for Homeownership Changed My Life.
Yeah, absolutely. And one of the things people don't understand is the number of things that you have to go through during your the home buying process. Now, I know that my team and I, we actually looked at, there's about 115 different things, variables or items that you actually have to go through before you get to that finish line. So just reiterating what Stephanie said, it's really important for you to have someone that's going to be able to guide you successfully, and to avoid those pitfalls, because it's not just the pitfalls as you're going through the transaction, but afterwards too. That's going to make or break your experience with home ownership. So we don't want this to be the first house that you buy and then you end up saying, okay, I want to sell it and rent. That's not the goal. That's not the end game at all. So yeah,
I
that's huge.
agree. I agree because you want them to remember you. You want them to refer you out to their family, to their friends. You want them to come back to you when they purchase that second and third home, and when
Yeah,
they decide that they want to, make some money and invest into some property. So you definitely want to develop that relationship.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I agree. And along with developing, need to take a step back and find out what's your personal budget. So before you step out there and purchase a home, you want to make sure that you develop and understand and execute on your own personal budget. So you want to know what you're comfortable with paying each month, because what you're approved for may not always be what you can afford. So
Right.
you may be approved for a $400,000 house, but you're comfortable paying something that's more in the $300,000 range, because you want to go out, you want to have fun, you want to live, you have things to pay for your children. So you want to keep these things in mind and put them in your budget. You also want to compare your needs versus your wants, because this can affect your budget as well. So, when you go out and you say, okay, I need 5 bedrooms. Do you really need 5 bedrooms, or you just want 5 bedrooms? Do you really need the game room, or you want the game room? So think about your needs versus your wants, because there are some things that add up and it increases the price of the home, and you may not really need that. So you want to make sure that you're keeping things within your budget so that you're still able to live life. So you don't want to be house poor, and you have the big luxury home, but then you're not able to do anything. You're confined. So if you thought quarantine was bad, then yeah, you'll be stuck in the house even after quarantine. So you
Right.
want to make sure that you are developing a budget, sticking to it, executing, and making sure that you are within, something that's comfortable, something that makes sense for you and your family. And you want to be able to save for your down payment. So you may be interested in first time buyer programs that take care of your down payment costs, but you still need to come to the table with some funds. You don't want to not have anything in your bank account. So you need to stick to your budget in order to save. You need to be able to pay for your prepaid costs. If you're purchasing a resale home, then there are prepaid costs involved. So if you need to put down your earnest money, you have to pay for inspection, you have to pay for option fees, you have to pay for appraisal. So these are things that you would have to pay for out of your pocket. So you want to put that into your budget when you decide that you want to purchase a home.
Yeah. And I think one of the big takeaways with what you said was, this is their first home. A lot of people, we live in a microwave society, and people just want what they want now. They don't want to wait. And anyone that's successful, there is actually a process in which you have to take in order to get from, okay, that first home that you purchased to your dream home. So it's okay to dream, but be realistic. And like she said, don't be house poor. I think that was the biggest takeaway for me. People want that, all the lavish, because of social media. And, we want to flex or show, show that we have what we have, and we're just not ready. So we don't want you, this is not the time to think about, okay, keeping up with the Joneses. I know the Joneses don't exist, but you know, they exist.
They
The
out there.
idea,
They
yeah,
out
yeah,
there.
yeah. There's this idea of the Joneses, and we don't want you to do that. We want you to be successful in your approach when it comes to homeownership, because it's the foundation of generational wealth. That's one of the best things that you could do in order to become to be wealthy. So the other thing, go ahead, Stephanie, you look like you wanted to say something to add to that.
I just want to say when you said about the flexing, I mean, and just the whole society that we live in, everybody's watching social media. They're watching you on Instagram, they're
Yeah.
watching you on Facebook, but you don't really know what's going on, in that household. So just because it looks good on social media does not mean that that person is really what they look like. So they can have this big house and they can have it can look like they have all the luxury, but then they're tied down with a lot of other debt that you don't even know about. So don't,
Right.
like she said, don't worry about what the Joneses are doing. Just stick to your own personal budget that works for you.
Yeah, and the Joneses are renting. They're renting that 3,000 square foot home. That's not something that they own, right? So I want to leave the Joneses alone. I want to leave them alone. So the other thing is we want to review your credit worthiness. That is really important. So you can actually go the traditional route to purchase a home, which I am a huge advocate of. You want to have the best favorable terms. And in order to do that, we recommend for our buyers to have a credit score of a 720, middle score. That sounds crazy for most, the average American to have a 720 middle score. And the reason why we're thinking not thinking, we know that that's one of the best credit scores for your middle score to be, is because it's most competitive. It's just like having a perfect credit score. But let's just say, for the average person or majority of the people, you don't have that middle score of a 720. There are some down payment assistance programs where you can have a 660 credit score and some even below. But just please know that those terms are not going to be the most favorable. And I believe, Stephanie, you were saying that you have a lending background. Is that what you said? You came from the lending industry. Am I right? Do I have you?
No, I didn't come. No, I did come from the financial industry, though. I did work at Bank of America for 9 years. However, I did not come from lending, but we did have lenders inside our banking location.
Okay, got it. Yeah, because I was going to say, I know for our area, we do have there's all types of down payment assistance programs. So if you don't have that perfect middle score of a 720 or the perfect credit score of an 800, doesn't mean that you can't purchase a home. It just means that you're not going to have the most favorable terms. There are some financing options that would allow you to just have it based on your character, the character-based lending that is available out there. So you do want to talk to your realtor to see what options you have. There is assistance for down payment as well, depending on your location. In the United States, there's literally millions of dollars out there to assist with down payment. And so just talk to your realtor. Just talk to your realtor. The most, and I'll go into PA, Stephanie, just a little bit, but we just rolled out for PHFA, the Pennsylvania Housing and Financing Agency, just rolled out the KFIT program, which allows borrowers to get up to 5% of their purchase price to go towards their down payment and closing costs, which is amazing. So it levels the playing field for those buyers that have challenges purchasing a home. So I don't know if you want to add to that or not, but
Well, what I will say about the credit score, because I know a lot of people get hung up and, they may get discouraged if you put out a number like 720, 800. You can purchase a home, like Erica said, at a 580 credit score. However, you won't get the best terms.
no.
But right now, interest rates are at an all-time low. They have started peaking up a little bit, but they are extremely low. So you are still able to get a low rate even if you have a 620 credit score. So I have seen to where some of my clients recently, they're not in the 700s, but they are still receiving interest rates under 4%.
Which
So
is
don't get discouraged.
yeah.
Yeah, so that's really, really good, because when I purchased my first home, my interest rate was 8%. Like I had an 80/20 loan back then. So I had 80% loan that was at 8%, and then my 20% loan was at 11%. So, just imagine those types of numbers. And I didn't think that that was bad. The going rate was at that time. So that was back in 2005. So in 2021, where we're seeing rates under, I've seen some, if you're in the 700s, you're getting 2.75%.
Yeah.
So that's a really exciting thing when you can purchase a home, and it gives you more purchasing power. So imagine if you have a credit score of 720, 740, 780, and you want to purchase that $300,000 home. So where, if I was to purchase that home in 2005, I will be paying like a $3,000 mortgage per month. But with interest rates as low as they are, then we're seeing monthly payments of, 2,200, 2,500 for, something in the 300,000. So just keep that in mind when you guys are, thinking about your interest rates, when you're thinking about your credit score, when you're thinking about how much house you can get. Right now, you do have the purchasing power to where you are able to purchase more home and pay less per month. So these are some of the things that I'm sharing with some people who are saying, "Hey, I'm thinking about purchasing, but I'm not ready. I'm not going to be ready till next year." No, you need to get ready now, because you don't know how long these interest rates are going to remain as low as they are. And I don't imagine it's going to continue. They're just going to go up eventually. And home prices are also going up, guys. So inventory for homes is extremely low right now. So even, when it comes to new construction, these builders cannot keep, any inventory. There's not a lot of resale homes out there. So buyers are having to compete with other buyers. And guess what? When the seller looks at your contract offer and they see, different situations, like let's say one buyer may have an FHA loan and they're needing all these different funds to help them get the property, then they may look at the other client who has a conventional loan. It may look stronger and they're not asking for any additional funds to help them purchase. So these are some things that you want to keep in mind, because that credit score can also determine the type of loan financing that you receive. So if you want to, increase your chances in this market of having your offer selected, then, keep in mind that credit score does play a role in that aspect as well.
Yeah, and those are some really, really good points, because I know there's a lot of buyers that are facing frustration because of the way the market is right now. And that's why I think one of the biggest takeaways too is the understanding your budget, right? And having a financial plan so that you can be prepared, guns loaded. That's what it feels like, literally guns loaded when you're out there looking for a home and writing an offer, because you more times than not, you're going to actually be competing against someone else. So and that's not to discourage you. I think you would agree. We're not discouraging anyone. The end goal of this is to properly prepare you for what's going on in the marketplace. So yeah, I'm excited about that. So we would love for you to start sprinkling this information across all the platforms, and so people can start engaging with the information that we're sharing. We're going to have some great stuff. But Stephanie, if you want to, did you want to go into any more details with anything that we went over today?
I didn't hear you, Eric. I lost you a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So we have an inside joke. So Stephanie swears everyone's internet is always messed up, but I'm here.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
It's always going in and out. I love it. Now, I was just sharing with them about, getting prepared for the market, and more times than not, you're going to be competing against someone. And then I was also encouraging them to share it across all the platforms, the information that we're going to have, because the super series, this is just episode 1. And I was just asking you to give some feedback about that too.
Well, I want to circle back to the budget. We were talking about the budget. So guys, if you're you know, if you're not working with a realtor right now and you want to start on your own with your budget, if you go to houseinthecar.com, we do have an interactive budget that you can start using. So it just lists a lot of things on there and you're able to plug them in. So, you know, we're here for you as a resource. So that is what House in the Car is about. That is what Super Series Tuesday is about. All of our shows, everything, we just want to be a resource to you and to all the people that are in the community because it starts with us first. So you have to start with your budget, and we do have the resources available for you. So if you go to houseinthecar.com and you look under the resource tab, then the interactive budget is going to be there. Not only does House in the Car have budgets, but there are so many other different you know, websites and things that you can go to. We also use you know, Freddie Mac. Their budget is very nice as well. So don't just let one thing stop you. So if you know if you don't have access to House in the Car, we would, of course, we would love for you to utilize our resources that we provide to you. And this is free. It's free for you guys. So you don't have to pay anything to use the interactive budget. Just make sure that you are, you know, like Erica said, one of the key words is plan. Have a plan, and your budget is a part of your plan. That is part of your financial plan. So you want to ensure that you are financially stable because you don't want to get into your house and be house poor. You don't want to get there and you're not able to live life comfortably. You know, that will bring on a lot of stress. So you will have your financial plan and it'll help you to sustain you know, the home ownership, you know, feeling. You don't want to end up in foreclosure or any situation like that that's going to put you out of being a homeowner. And some other resources, we talked about down payment assistance. We do have the down payment resource guide on our website as well. So guys, we are full of free resources for you. So the down payment, it's one of my favorite that we offer. I love it because I can type in an address in Houston and it's going to give me over 30 available down payment assistance programs. So this is something that you can also look at to see what's best for you. And this is also according to your financial plan. So this can go into your budgeting piece, and you know, your real estate professional can help you with it, your lender can help you with it. That's why your team is also important, because they will be able to discuss all of the available down payment programs, you know, that fit your needs as well. But again, we do have these resources available for you at houseinthecar.com.
Yes. And then Stephanie, we also have a lot of people that are asking how to be a part of this, this movement.
Absolutely. So, and I know that our founder, Donnell, is so excited about this. People are always asking how, you know, how can it be a part of House in the Car? How can I be a real estate agent? So we do have a link on houseinthecar.com. If you are interested in becoming a real estate agent, then we have the tools for you as well. So if you click, there are classes available for you. So I just like to call it the nickname. This is House in the Car University. So we have House in the Car University for all those who are interested in becoming an agent in your city. We would love for you to take the courses and get your licensing and become an ambassador. So, you know, if you want to join House in the Car, this is a movement that you definitely want to be a part of.
And then to stress too, that this is just not one location. This is across the United States. So it doesn't matter if you're in Pennsylvania or if you're in Texas, New Jersey, or Ohio. If you're interested in being part of this movement for the House in the Car, we are asking you to please send us your interest so that we can notify you when we have our ambassador training.
And that is coming up very soon. So we will have some formal invitations to become an ambassador. Actually, it's going to be coming out later this week, so stay tuned for that. Erica, do we have any other questions from the audience?
No, we were just, someone had mentioned that it was great and awesome information. So thank you. So to share this information, please share this information, because the more people that know about it, the more effective the movement is going to be. And this is not something that's going to be here today and going tomorrow. This is going to be for a long time. This is a legacy that is being built, and it's only going to be as effective as far as we can spread it. So we're asking you to help us to spread the word about Housed in the Car. Yes, the focus is on millennials, but we're looking to help anyone that's interested in becoming a new homeowner. We have a plethora of resources, and we have a man behind this movement that is excited to spread the word to increase the Black homeownership rate throughout the United States. That is the goal. That is the end game. So we are here to help you. So yeah, let's get this started. We can't do it alone. We're going to need your help. So please spread the word.
Yes, and like Erica said, like, share, follow, and we also want you to stay tuned for other things that we have going on. Something really, really big that Housed in the Car is going to be a part of. It's going to be with the Housing Solutions Summit.com. Yeah. So please stay tuned for that. We will have more information for you coming up shortly on the Housing Solutions Summit. So that's going to be something huge that Housed in the Car is going to be a part of, and we would like for you to join in on what we're sharing for you. And we want to make sure that we are impacting the communities all across the country. So stay tuned for everything that we have going on. I know that we're very excited about Super Series Tuesday. We're excited about sharing this journey with you. We're excited about All Roads Leading Home. We're excited about Navigating Your Route. And we'll have another Super Series Tuesday coming up for you, but it's going to be 3 weeks from now. So you'll see us again in 3 weeks. But next week, we're going to be talking about how home ownership changed your life. So our show, Home Ownership Changed My Life, is going to be back next Tuesday, same time. We're coming back at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we want to hear and celebrate. What is it going to be, Erica? It's going to be a what?
A celebration. It's going to be a party. Yes,
it's gonna be a party. Yes, we are celebrating you guys. We're celebrating home ownership. We're celebrating African Americans purchasing homes, and we want you to be a part of it. We want to make sure that it's a big deal, because it really is a big deal. We have to increase the African American home ownership numbers, and we want to celebrate this. We want to celebrate this, guys, because we have faced so many obstacles as a culture. We have faced so many roadblocks, and we want to celebrate those who are entering home ownership, because it is very important. It's something that's going to be awesome for your family and building generational wealth. So guess what? We are celebrating you guys. It is a party. Home ownership changed my life, because it definitely changes lives. I cannot lie. I saw my parents buy their first home, and they were in their 40s, and
wow.
Yeah, they were in their late 40s, to add to that. So that is the average age of African American home ownership buyers. They're buying in their 40s, mid to late 40s, but we have to change that. So we want to appeal to millennials out there. Even, we're talking to Gen Z. So if you're, between the ages of 18 and I don't even know the number for millennials now, because I still, kind of feel like a millennial, even though I'm not. But we're not gonna tell my age.
Isn't it 22 to 40? Is it 22 to 40?
Girl, listen, if I say that, then they're gonna know that I'm past that. So
okay, we'll keep it a secret.
Yeah, so hey, just know I'm a millennial at heart. And it's it's a really big deal, and home ownership has definitely changed my life. I bought my first home when I was 24 years old, and I want other 20 24-year-olds to purchase their first home and not wait until you're in your late 40s. If you are in your 40s now, yes, please start. But if you're listening, you're Gen Z, you're millennial, you're out there, you have the ability to purchase a home, don't wait. Right. Don't continue paying a landlord and making them rich. Put that money into your home, invest in yourself, invest in your family, invest in your future, invest in your generational wealth.
Yes. Now, Stephanie, we have to tell them about us being on Clubhouse.
Oh, yes. I'm so excited about Clubhouse. Clubhouse, guys, listen, we are going to do our post show this evening. So if, someone's out there, you have any other questions because, you're just not able to talk to us right now. If you're catching the
Yeah.
show a little later, we are doing a post show. We're going to be on Clubhouse. So Erica, you tell them a little bit more about the Clubhouse.
Yeah, so Clubhouse is the latest and greatest social media phenomenon right now, going on right now. So if you do have an iPhone or an iPad, we're asking you to please join us today at 7 p.m. Eastern. 7 p.m. Eastern. It is East. Okay, 7 p.m.
Yes.
Eastern. And you know what? I actually have about 8 invites. So if you just tag me, just say, Erica, I would love to have an invite. I'll make sure that you get on there because we do want to have a great conversation. We're going to continue on having post shows on Clubhouse. If you don't know what it is, we can actually put the link to the app in here too, and also the link to the room. So you go directly to that room at 7 p.m. Today. So we're looking forward to continuing this conversation with you. Yes.
Yes. And you know what, Erica, I believe I have about 7 invites that I can give
See,
out.
that's
So that's a total of
15.
15. Yeah, we got 15 invites for you guys. So 15 of you, if you're interested in continuing this conversation, if you have an iPhone, it's not Android ready right now.
Not yet.
So
Supposedly in May it's
yeah.
coming out. In May it's coming out. So yeah.
Yeah, we're team iPhone over here, but hey, I'm
Yeah.
not gonna say nothing. But I do have 7 invites. Erica has 8 invites. So guys, join us on the Clubhouse tonight. We love to continue the conversation with you. And as always, we'll see you next Tuesday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you again for joining us. Thank you for being a part of House in the Car. And we look forward to hearing from you. We look forward to seeing you guys next week. And if you're a realtor, if you are an agent out there and you want to share your home ownership stories, we would like to talk to you and your clients. So we want to highlight you guys in whatever city that you're in. So if you're listening and you want to share your stories, especially if you have millennials who have recently purchased, let's get those stories out to everyone. So we want to be able to share that and encourage others to become homeowners. So again, thank you guys, and we appreciate you tuning in, and we'll see you guys next Tuesday.
See ya.